Welcome back my dear students. So here it is your Arka Sir. So I have come with a fresh and new episode on physics. Actually many students and many parents actually requested me to upload the video on human eye of physics, that is specially for the Cbse curriculum. In Cbse curriculum there is one topic, human eye. It seems that it is from biology. Yeah, it is obviously related to biology, okay, because we will learn the component of the eyes, okay, how the image is formed, but it is from the chapter light. Clear? So this part is there, human eye and the colorful world, in Cbse board, in the Cbse curriculum. So many of my students actually requested me to upload these videos. Clear? And the parents also, I have got several requested from from the parents. So that's why I decided to upload this also. If I can upload this chapter, then the whole physics syllabus of Cbse board will be completed up to class 10, and class 12 level is uploading is going on, and I am also uploading the NEET and joint special, okay, on the subject physics. Okay, so I hope if you still not subscribe my channel, subscribe it as early as possible, okay, and also share it with your friends, and don't forget to write in comments and click on the bell icon to get the new updates and notifications. Clear? So now without further delay, let us start the today's topic. So what is actually human eye? Okay, what is our eye? Eye, we know that it's a sense organ. Clear? Which give us a sensation of view something. Clear? So eye is a sense organ through which we can view something, okay, so that is known as the eyes. Clear? So it is very important part, because without our eyes we cannot able to view anything. Clear? So this is a sense organ, okay. So we have the 5 sense organ. Out of the 5, okay, what are the 5 sense organ? Eye, okay, our tongue, okay, our ear, our nose and our skin. These are the 5 sense organ. So out of the 5 sense organ, eye is also very important sense organ, okay. So what is there in our eyes and how it looks, actually I will explain it in detail, but a short overview I am giving. So when a ray of light enter or comes in our eyes, okay, so basically 3 functions will take place. First of all, first function is it controls the amount of light enters inside our eyes, okay. Basically it is known as pupil, okay, or iris. So I will explain in details, iris and pupil, they actually do this, okay. So when the light will fall, all the light we cannot go into our eyes, inside our eyes, okay. So there is a hole, so it will either expand or contract. Clear? Either the radius of the holes will increase, okay, and that hole is known as pupils. I will explain in detail. Clear? So it will control how much light will enter in our eyes, okay. Then what will happen? Then there is a lens of our eyes. So that lens will adjust the focal length of it and insert the light or insert all the light on the retina. Okay, retina is a membrane, okay, on which the image will be formed, or on retina. Clear? And the retina have the photosynthetic cell, okay, photosensitive cells, okay, rod cell and cone cell are there, okay, that will produce the electrical impulse, okay, and optic nerve is there. To the optic nerve, this impulse will go to the brain, and brain will identify the image, and we can able to see anything, okay. So this is the fundamental function of, or fundamental working of eyes. Clear? So our eyes basically first control the amount of light to insert into it. Clear? And then what it will do, it will then all the light will focus on the retina. Clear? And through retina, okay, the real and inverted image will be formed. Clear? And that impulse will go to our brain by the optic nerve, okay, and the optic nerve will give us a sensation. It will identify the image, and we can view this image. Clear? So this is in short the light. So second option is what? Second is the islands. The islands will insert all the rays the or focus all the rays on retina by adjusting its focal length. Okay, so that means all the ray will form on or will focus on the retina, and what the real and inverted image will be formed on retina and electrical impulse will be carried by optic nerve to the brain. Clear? And then we can view the object. Clear? So that means what? The function of when the light will come, then what? The pupil will control the amount of light which should be going inside our eyes. Clear? And the lens is there, so lens will do the converging part. Clear? And it will converge and focus on the on a particular curtain, okay, or okay, inside our eyes, that is known as the retina. Clear? So on retina the image, real and inverted image will form, and that electrical impulses will be carried to the optic nerve to our brain, and after that our brain will identify the nature of the image and okay, or about the object, okay, then we can able to view that. Clear? So now we will come to know each and every component of our eyes, okay, what are their functions, okay, in details. Clear? So let us move to the second part, the component of eyes. Okay, students, now let us move the component of eyes. Okay, so component of eyes. Clear? So component of eyes, first one is cornea. Clear? First component is cornea. Okay, so the cornea is a spherical, okay, membranes, okay, in front of our eyes, through which the most of the diffraction will take place. Okay, so when the light will will come and fall on the eyes, the refraction will take place, okay, inside the on the outer surface of the cornea, and then it will enter inside the inside our eyes. Clear? So the spherical membrane, okay, or the covering, okay, of the eyes is known as the cornea. Clear? So what is cornea? The spherical membrane in front of our eyes is known as cornea. Okay, most of the refraction takes place at the outer surface of cornea. Okay, at the back side of the cornea, of cornea, there is a fluid which is known as aqueous humor. This will maintain the liquid pressure inside our eyes and also give nutrients to its nearby tissues. Okay, nearby tissues. So this is actually the cornea. So what is cornea? The spherical membrane. The spherical membrane in front of our eyes, okay, is known as what? Is known as cornea. Clear? So through the cornea, the eyes will insert and refracted. The most of the refraction will take place in cornea. Clear? And what will happen? Inside the at the back side of the cornea, there is a liquid which is known as aqueous humor. Okay, so aqueous humor is the liquid, okay, which will maintain the liquid pressure inside our eyes, as well as the aqueous humor. Okay, also what it do? It also supply the nutrients of the nearby tissues of our eyes. Clear? So you can copy this. Okay, so this is about cornea. Clear? So the cornea is the membrane, spherical membrane in front of our eyes. So that is known as the cornea. Now students, let us move to the second component. Okay students, so now let us move to the next topic. Clear? Let us move to the next topic. So iris and pupil. Okay, so behind the cornea there is a spherical diaphragm. Okay, so that is known as and at the center of the diaphragm one teeny hole is there. Okay, so this diaphragm is known as iris and that teeny hole is known as pupil. Clear? So just behind the cornea is the outside membrane of the eyes. Just behind the cornea there is a spherical diaphragm. Okay, so behind cornea a spherical diaphragm is there with a teeny holes at the center of it. This is known as iris. Clear? So what is the function of iris? Okay, so iris have some muscles. Okay, iris have some muscles. Okay, the circular muscles and radial muscles. Okay, so iris has circular and radial muscles. Okay, so by the relaxing these muscles, it helps the iris to be increased or decreased. Does it helps to enter the required amount of light inside our eyes. Clear? So what is the iris? Clear? So iris is just behind there is a spherical diaphragm. Okay, and at the center of the diaphragm there is a hole. Clear? So this is iris and the hole is known as pupil. So iris is made of two type of muscles. One is circular muscle and there is radial muscle. Clear? So by the contraction or relaxation of the muscle, what will happen? The pupil means the hole, that will increase or decrease. and thus it will control the how much light is will enter in our eyes. Clear? So thus by contracting or relaxing the muscles of the iris, okay, the sight of the pupil will depend, clear, or will increase or decrease, and thus it will control the amount of light which will enter inside our eyes. Clear? So now let us move to the next topic. Okay, so let us move to the next topic. So what is the pupil? What is the pupil? Already I have told. Clear? So iris, at the center of the iris there is a at the center of iris there is a teeny hole which is known as pupil. Okay, so students, you observed that suppose the bright sunny weather is there, okay, in the afternoon time, and you enter in a movie hall, then what will happen? When you enter, immediately you cannot see the nearby object inside the auditorium. Clear? Immediately you cannot see. When you will spend some time, then you can able to see the objects nearby, okay, who are the persons beside you, the chairs and everything. The auditorium will be visible. Clear? After spending some time, okay. And the opposite thing is that suppose you are sitting in a dark room, suddenly the light has come, or light will fall on your eyes, then what will have a bright light, then automatically your eyelid will be closed. That means what will happen? Immediately you cannot look, okay, cannot see. After some time, after few seconds after, then slowly you can look to the bright lights that you can see all the objects. So what the people will do? See, in case of bright light, what will happen? The circular muscles of iris will contract, and radial muscles will relax. As a result, the sight of people decrease, and less amount of light will enter in our inside our eyes. Clear? That means what will happen? If any bright light will enter, okay, will fall on our eyes, then what will happen? The muscles, the circular muscles will contract and the radial muscle will relax. So as a whole, what will happen? The sight of the pupil will decrease. That means if the hole is decreased, that means what? Less amount of light will enter. Okay, it will actually protect our eyes of being damaged of high intensity of lights, okay, inside components of our eyes. Clear? So that's why then what? Less amount of light, okay, will increase in will enter inside our eyes. In the opposite cases, when we are under dim light, then the circular muscle of iris will relax, and radial muscle will contract. As a result, the sight of people will increase. Okay, so more amount of light will enter inside our eyes. Clear? So this is the opposite thing. Okay, so when we will be under dim light, night bulb is glowing, okay, or the moonlight is there, clear, then what is happening? Then the circular muscles will relax. That's the opposite of this, clear, and the radial muscles will contract. So as a whole, what will happen? The holes of the pupil, or sight of the pupil will increase. So more amount of light will enter inside our eyes, and in that case, after some time, we can view it properly. Now suppose we are under the dim light, okay, for some hours or for some time, okay, then what will happen? The sight of the pupil will increase, okay, so that the more amount of light should enter. Suddenly if the bright light enters, okay, or bright light comes, then what will happen? So the pupil needs some time to readjust, to decrease its size, clear. That's why we cannot see automatically, or we cannot look, okay, to the bright light immediately. Automatically our eyelid will be closed, okay, so that the pupil can get sufficient time to readjust its sight, okay, automatically, clear. Readjust its sight, it will be decreased, so that when the bright light will come, that small amount of light can enter inside our eyes, okay. That's why when we are sitting in a dark room, or we are sitting in a dim light, under the dim light, if bright light suddenly fall on our eyes, we cannot look properly, clear. Automatically our eyelid will be closed, okay. Now the opposite scenario, okay, when suppose we are under bright sunlight, clear, and suddenly enters in an auditorium where dim light is there, okay, then what will happen? Then in dim light is there, so when we are under the bright sunlight, then our sight of the pupil will be very less, clear. That okay, so when we enter in a dark auditorium, okay, under the dim light, then what will happen? The small sight of pupil is there, so almost no light can enter inside our eyes, okay. So that's why we will see all the things dark, we cannot see all the things properly. But after spending some time, the pupil will readjust its sight, okay, and the sight will enlarge, sight will increase. Then what? More amount light can enter, and then we can see the nearby object after some time properly, clear. So this is the creation of the Almighty, clear. So automatically our pupil sight will readjust, okay, okay, on the basis of the light entering or falling on our eyes, okay. So I hope up to these IDs and people, how the sight of the pupil increased or decreased, and what is the function of IDs and pupil, you have understood it, okay, very nicely, clear. Now let us move to the next part. Okay students, so now let us move to the next topic, okay. Let us move to the next topic, that is crystalline lens, okay. So our eyes have actually double convex lens, clear. So our eye have convex lens like this, our eyes have convex lens, okay. So and this lens is held by the circular muscles, okay, in our eyes. The lens is holded by the circular muscles inside our eyes. So those muscles, so is known as the ciliary muscles. So our eyes has a double convex lens, okay, lens. It focus the light on retina. It focus the light on retina, clear. Now the thing is that the lens is attached with with eyes by some circular muscles which are known as ciliary muscle. Clear? So these muscles actually changes the aperture, okay, of the eye lens, okay, or the focal length of the eye lens, okay. So when we are watching in a distant object, when we are watching the distant object, the object which is at infinity or at a very far away from our eyes, clear, then what will happen? The rays are almost parallel, clear. When the ray of light is coming from infinity, then what? The rays are almost parallel, okay. Then when it will enter in our eyes, then what will happen? Then the focal length, then what? The lens will be thinner. The concave, the convex lens will be thinner, and the focal length will increase. The focal length will increase, okay. The focal length will increase, okay. The focal length will increase, and what? It will be focused on the retina, clear. The focal length will increase, okay, and it will and the converging power will decrease, and it will be focused on the retina. And when we are watching the nearby object, then what will happen? Then this will be the divergent beam of light will be there, nearby object, then what? The focal length will be decreased, okay, and converging power will increase, and it will be focused on the retina, clear. And the lens will be thicker than before. It will be thinner, it will be thicker, clear. So so that is the function of the eye lens and the ciliary muscle. So the eye lens is a convex lens of our eyes, okay, and which is held by the circular shaped muscles which is known as ciliary muscle. So by the contraction or relaxation of the ciliary muscle, the aperture of the lens will increase or decrease. That means it will be thicker or thinner, okay. And when it will be thinner, then what? Focal length will increase, and the converging power will decrease, clear. And when it will be thicker, then the focal length will decrease and the converging power will increase, clear. So that always the image will be formed on retina. So when we are watching the nearby object, then also we can watch it properly, and when we are watching the distant object, then also we can watch it properly, clear. So how? Because in both the cases the adjustment will be done automatically, clear. The adjustment of the focal length or change of the focal length will be done automatically in such a way that always the image will be formed on the retina, clear. So this is the function of the crystalline lens and the ciliary muscles. So crystalline lens are the lens of our eyes, okay, which is concave in nature, okay, convex in nature, and when the light will fall on it, then what? It will focus on the retina and it will form the real inverted image, clear. So when the object is infinity or far object, then the light are considered as parallel, and when it will enter in our eyes and fall on the lens, then what will happen? The ciliary muscles will contract, and what? The lens will be thinner, okay. So the focal length will increase, clear, that the converging power will decrease, clear, so that it will form it will fall on the retina. And when the in case of the nearby object, the rays will be almost divergent, clear. So what will happen? The convergent power should be increased, that's why the lens will be thicker than before, so that the focal length will decrease, clear. So this is the function of crystalline lens and the ciliary muscle. So students, hope you have understood this, clear. Now let us move to the next topic. Okay students, now let us move to the next topic. So here the main thing is retina, okay, retina. So retina is a membrane, okay, where the image will be formed formed and it has photosensitive cells. That means what? Rod cell and cone cell. Clear? Photosensitive cell, rod cell and cone cell. The electrical impulses will transmit from retina to brain, okay, and our brain can see the object. Clear? Our brain can see the object. Okay, so now you see, so retina is a membrane. Okay, so here two type of cells are there: photosensitive cells, rod cell and cone cell. Clear? So what is rod cell? Now what is rod cell? It is a rod shaped cell present in retina. It is sensitive in dark or dim light. Clear? Dim light. It is sensitive in dark or dim light. That means what? Rod cell. Clear? So the rod cell is what? Rod shaped cell. It is a photosensitive cell present in retina and it is sensitive in dark or dim light. Okay, that means in the dark light it will help us to see the object. We have a smaller amount of rod cell, that's why up to some extent we can see the objects in dim light, under dim light. Clear? But the nocturnal animals, okay, that's like owls, okay, so they have a huge number of rod cells. Clear? That's why they can see, because that is what? The dim light sensitive. Okay, that's why they can see the object at under dim light also very clearly. Clear? So this is the reason. And cone cell. What is cone cell? Cone cell, it is cone like shaped and sensitive in bright light and also due to this cell we can distinguish different colors of light. Clear? We can distinguish different colors of light. Okay, so that is what? That is the cone cell. So it is a cone like shape, that's why it is known as the cone shape. Clear? So it is what? It is sensitive in the bright light. Okay, so that's why in the daylight or in the bright light, okay, we can see the proper color, okay, of the object. At night we cannot see the proper color. Okay, why? Because at that time cone cells will not be activated. Clear? The rod cells will only be activated. Clear? That's why you cannot distinguish the proper color. But in the bright light, under the bright light, we can see the proper color of light, because the cone cells are more number in case of us, the cone cells are more number than that of the rod cells in our retina, inside our retina. So what will happen? We can view it properly, okay, and we can distinguish the color properly. Clear? So that is the what? Rod cells and cone cells. Okay. So due to this, the nocturnal animals, okay, just like owl, can view at night, can see at night. But due to the cone cell, we can see the different colors. Okay, different colors of light we can see due to the cone cells. Now let us move to the next topic. So students, now let us start the next topic. That is what blind spot and optic nerve that we will do. But before we move to that, okay, we will learn what is color blindness. Color blindness. So color blindness is not a fact that that person who is suffering from color blindness, he will be blind. Okay, not at all. Okay, so the color blindness is a disease. The color blindness is a disease in which some colors like blue, yellow, red and green can't be identified properly. Okay, so this is what color blindness. Okay, what happened actually, the person can see the colors, but when these colors will come, then it will sudden wash off, okay, from the eyes, okay, in front of the eyes, and the person will confuse to identify or distinguish the color, okay, between these four colors. Clear? So this is known as the color blindness. So basically it may be a genetical disease, okay, or it may occur, okay, due to the destroying of the cone cells, okay, of our retina, or any injury on the spot where inside the brain where the optic nerve goes and sends the impulses to the brain, that portion, if any injury occurs, okay, then also our brain cannot identify the colors properly. Okay, so due to this reason the color blindness can occur. Okay, so that is the color blindness. Now let us move to the next topic, optic nerve. Optic nerve. So the optic nerve basically from the retina, when the real and inverted image will form, then it will carry the electrical impulses to the brain, okay, and the brain will identify the object and then we can see the object. So the optic nerve is a very important part, okay. Without optic nerve, the impulse or the electrical impulse cannot go up to the brain and we cannot see the object. Even if the image is formed, then also without optic nerve we cannot see the object. Clear? So that is why the optic nerve, suppose the fan, all the switchboard fan is there but no wire is there between the switch and the fan, then the fan will not run, okay, just like that. The images are formed, light is entering, images is formed on retina, but optic nerve is not there. Then who will carry the impulse to the brain? No one is there, so we cannot be able to view the object. Clear? That's why the optic nerve is very much important component. Okay, so it carries the electrical impulses to the brain and give us a sensation and help us to help the brain to identify the object and then we can see that object. Clear? So this is the function of the optic nerve. Another point is there, many times it comes in the exam, blind spot. Blind spot. Clear? What is blind spot? Blind spot means a very teeny hole shaped spot on the retina, clear, where the optic nerve passes through the surface of the retina, clear, a teeny hole spot is there, okay, on the retina, where no photosensitive cells like rod cell or cone cells are present. That means if any images will form on this, clear, then what will happen? No photosensitive cells are there, then that particular object you cannot see. Clear? If the image of any object is formed on the blind spot, we as no photosynthetic cells are there, that's why we cannot see that particular object. Clear? So that spot is known as the blind spot. So blind spot is nothing but a spot, teeny hole, okay, very small hole on retina where the no photosynthetic cells are there, rod cell or cone cells are there. That's why if any image is formed on that particular portion, that cannot be viewed as no photosynthetic cells are there. That's why the electrical impulses cannot pass through the carried through the optic nerve. That's why our brain cannot identify that. Clear? So we cannot view this. Okay. So this is known as this spot is known as on the retina is known as the blind spot. Clear to all of you? So students, so for today's episode up to this, so I hope you have understood the topic. In the next class we will discuss about the different type of problems of power of eyes. Okay, how we can rectify, what is myopia, what is hypermyopia, what is glaucoma, clear, what is cataract, okay, and what is accumulation of vision. Okay, so different type of terms we will understand and we will complete the topic. So hope you enjoyed today's episode also. So keep watching my channel. Thank you.